Namaskar. On behalf of Shri College of Commerce, it is our pleasure to welcome our esteemed dignitaries to the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. We commence the program by offering floral tributes to late Shri Arun Jaitley. I would like to request everyone to rise in honor of our national anthem, which will be followed by the Delhi University Kulgi.
जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम सकल वसुधा निज कुटुंब की भावना संस्कृति सनातन आधुनिक शिक्षा पुरातन ज्ञान धाराओं का संगम
देश की स्वाधीनता हित भूमिका शतकोटि वंदन
निष्ठा धृति सत्यम के मंगल दिव्य भावों का समागम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
भव्य महाविद्यालयों के परिसरों से चिर सुशोभित श्रेष्ठ गुरुजन कर रहे छात्र और छात्राएं दीक्षित
सदचरित्राचार पावन साधना संकल्प संयम
नवल वैश्विक चेतना नव क्रांति संस्कारों का उद्गम जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का लोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
I request the audience to please be seated, and I request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly proceed for the lamp lighting ceremony.
तुषार हार धवला
Thank you, Arun, for your beautiful presentation of the Saraswati Vandana. We request everyone to observe 1 minute silence in remembrance of the departed soul, Shri Prakash Singh Badal, former Chief Minister of Punjab, who left for his heavenly abode. Om Shanti. A true leader is not defined by their position or title, but by their ability to inspire and empower those around them to become the best versions of themselves. Shri Ajay S. Sriram, Chairman of the SRCC governing body, is the Chairman and Senior Managing Director of DCM Shriram Limited. He has also been the President of Confederation of Indian Industry and President and Chairman of International Fertilizer Industry Association, Paris. Under his progressive vision and dynamic leadership, the college continues to remain a preeminent academic trendsetter, achieving new year paradigms in higher education and setting new benchmarks and definitions in academic excellence. अब समय है कि मैं अध्यक्ष महोदय से निवेदन करूं कि वे माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय और आप सभी के स्वागत करने के लिए पधारें अपने स्वागत संबोधन के साथ। श्री अजय एस श्रीराम।
Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, Mrs. Sangeeta Jaitley ji and her family, Professor Yogesh Singh, Vice Chancellor of Delhi University, Mr. Sunil Kumar Gupta, Secretary to the Vice President of India, Dr. Sindhu Kaur, Principal, Shriram College of Commerce, past principals of the college, office bearers of SRCC Alumni Association, faculty members, staff of the college, friends from the media, students of the college, and ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. We are indeed privileged and honored to have amongst us Shri Dhankhar ji as the chief guest for the Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. As all of you know, Shri Dhankhar ji has had a distinguished career both as a lawyer and as a parliamentarian. He began his education from a humble school village, did his law from Rajasthan University, and rose to become amongst the top legal experts in the country. In 1990, he was designated as senior advocate by the High Court of Rajasthan. Shri Dhankhar ji was elected to the Parliament of India in 1989 from Jhunjhunu Parliamentary Constituency. Subsequently, he also served as the Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs in 1990. In 1993, he was elected to the Rajasthan Assembly from the Kishangarh constituency. As Union Minister, he was the Deputy Leader of a parliamentary group to the European Parliament. In July 2019, Shri Dhankhar ji was appointed as Governor of West Bengal and became the Vice President of India in August 2022. An avid reader of books, Shri Dhankhar ji is a sports enthusiast too and has been the President of the Rajasthan Olympic Association and Rajasthan Tennis Association. Sir, a very warm welcome to you to Shriram College of Commerce. Shri Dhankhar ji, a brief background of the college. Shriram College of Commerce, the second oldest college of Delhi University, was founded in 1926 by Sir Shriram, a leading educationist, philanthropist, and industrialist. It has since grown in stature to become the most prestigious education institution in the field of commerce and economics. It has the distinction of being ranked as the #1 commerce college in the country for over 20 years. The National Assessment and Accreditation Council has graded SRCC as A++ with a ranking score of 3.75, the highest for any commerce college. Its students have excelled in many walks of life and have brought fame both to the college and the nation. And as we approach our centenary year in 2026, we have set ambitious goals for ourselves, which include adding modern infrastructure, upgrading the digital architecture in the college, introducing new courses, and above all, enhancing the student experience for holistic development. Professor Yogesh Singh, Vice Chancellor, University of Delhi, very grateful to you to grace this occasion today. We have been witness to a lot of positive steps in the university after you assumed charge in October 21. Yogeshji, you have a proven track record of leading prestigious institutions of diverse nature, starting from the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda to technology-oriented institutions like Netaji Subhash University of Technology and Delhi Technological University. Professor Singh has an impressive reputation of quality teaching, innovation and research in the area of software engineering. In fact, he brings a rare capability that combines academic depth with administrative capabilities. Mrs. Sangeeta Jaitley ji, thank you for your on my personal behalf and on behalf of the college to be here with us today. It is only befitting that you are here in our midst for the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. Your presence will be a source of inspiration for the participants. Shri Jaitley was our most eminent alumni and a governing body member from 2001. He is not amongst us today and we miss him immensely. His personal commitment to time and ideas towards the college was exemplary. He was a guiding spirit for the college and contributed to raising the bar in terms of academics, infrastructure and governance. We in the governing body, along with the principal and faculty, discussed what would be the best way to honor Shri Arun Jaitley ji. Given his disposition for seeking ideas from a cross-section of people and his desire to see India become an economic powerhouse, it was felt that a debate that generates diverse views on the future of India would be the ideal tribute and help preserve his legacy. And of course, he was a remarkable debater. Today, as we conclude the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate, I am confident that in the years to come, it will grow in stature and will become one of the most prestigious debates among all universities in India. I would like to thank all the participants for their involvement and enthusiastic support and the generation of many ideas which came up during the debate. I am sure the audience present during the debate have learned a great deal. We are eagerly awaiting the announcement of the winners, but let me, in anticipation, congratulate all the participants and especially all the winners. And of course, a very big thank you to all the judges. With these words, I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and those seated in this auditorium and thank each one of you for gracing the occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are honored to have among us Srimati Sangeeta Jaitley, spouse of late Shri Arun Jaitley. While there aren't enough words to introduce ma'am, we would still formally introduce ma'am as having born in Jammu and Kashmir to late Shri Girdhari Lal and late Srimati Shakuntala Devi, Srimati Sangeeta Jaitley got married to late Shri Arun Jaitley in 1982. Her father was a politician who served as the finance minister of the government of Jammu and Kashmir for 26 years. May I now request Srimati Sangeeta Jaitley to address the audience.
Respected Vice President, my friend Ajay Shri, the Vice Chancellor, President's Secretary, the Principal, the staff, the students, ladies and gentlemen. I have not had to give any speech or anything, but I am just going to tell you some incidents which I have had with Arun, so that you get to know what kind of personality he was. First and foremost, the Vice President was a dear friend of his. I have seen him come to our house when both of them were practicing law, and they used to have chit chat in the evenings. That he will let you know, but the most striking feature which I found when I got married to him was that he liked to spend time with people. And wherever we would go, he would, even as a minister, he would take out his time and see where youngsters are sitting in the room, he would go and sit with them and discuss with them nothing which is very high for their knowledge, but come down to their stand and talk to them and find out what is going on in the youth at that moment. Because if there was something, he said, it's we who have to address their problems. If we don't speak to them, who will? And who will get to know what their problems are or what they are facing? Right? I remember once we had gone to Lahore for the World Cup final, and both of us were sitting in the pavilion, and they were all the host nations people sitting around. He would talk to various people and find out. He kept on talking here, there, everywhere where he would this thing. And after the match, he's telling me, I have come to one conclusion, that the general public is not against India. Because most of them said that our culture is the same, I don't know why the border. So that is his vision of speaking to people and finding out what's happening. He would talk to high school children, even other small children he would play around with, but 10th, 11th, 12th, he would speak to them and try to find out what kind of jobs they are going to seek once they qualify and what they are going to be wanting to be. So the idea was that they should be prepared. What kind of jobs have to be created before they pass out. He was a visionary. He spent lots of his time pondering about the problems which the country was facing. Even as the leader of opposition, even as the leader of the house, his main concern was how to tackle the problems. I remember when he got a call from Advaniji and told him that you are going to be the leader of opposition in the house. Before that he was practicing. And now leader of the opposition is a cabinet rank. So he immediately called up Hari Salve and he told him, I am being appointed as leader of opposition. Will I be allowed to practice or not? Because it's a cabinet rank position. And he said, okay, let me study the law, I'll get back to you. And next day he got back to him, he says, you can't practice. So he said, okay. So he told me, I think now the time has come to give up practice and give back to the nation what it has given me. So that was the last day he appeared in the court, and after that he didn't appear once he was appointed leader of opposition. Even when he was not the leader of opposition but he was an ordinary MP, he made sure if he had to appear in the court, it was before the session started at 11, or he would just give up the matters. He says, no, I can't come, I have my obligation to the nation and the house first. That was his commitment to the nation and to the world and to the country and to you all people. And now I must say, it's the youth which has to carry on forward, because tomorrow we are there today, but tomorrow you all are going to take over the nation. And you all have to see that your commitment to the nation is in the right place, and whatever you do for the best of the nation. Thank you so much.
ma'am. Professor Yogesh Singh assumed charge as the 23rd Vice Chancellor of the University of Delhi in 2021. He is an academician par excellence and a decisive leader with the courage to dream big and bring change. He has a such is his humble personality.
Namaste, good evening. Honorable Vice President of India and Honorable who is also the Chancellor of University of Delhi, Madam Sangeeta Jaitley ji, Shri Sunil Kumar Gupta ji, Secretary to Honorable Vice President, Shri Ajay Shri Ram, Chairman Governing Body, Shri Ram College of Commerce, Professor Simrat Kaur, Principal of the college, Shri Arun Jaitley, other respected educationists present here, invited guests, respected faculty members, members of the non-teaching staff, and my dear students. Good evening again. On behalf of University of Delhi, I welcome Honorable Vice President of India and Honorable Chancellor of University of Delhi in the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. Today is the day to remember Shri Arun Jaitley ji and his outstanding contribution to our country. He was a distinguished parliamentarian, accomplished lawyer and very kind human being. उनका फोटो को देख के भी ऐसा लगता है कि अभी बोल पड़ेंगे. जब मैं देख रहा था कितना जीवंत है ये फोटो, ऐसा लगता है अभी हमारे से बात करेंगे, अभी बोल पड़ेंगे, लगता है हमारे सामने ही बैठे हुए हैं वो. I met him many times in my life and always impressed with his towering personality. We are proud of him. University of Delhi is lucky to have such a brilliant student. He started his political journey from Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. Although he studied in Shri Ram College of Commerce also, but when it comes to political journey, that was started from Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. He was elected as Delhi University Students Union President in 1974 as a ABVP candidate. And the outcome, he got recognition, he understood many nuances of politics, and also he got 19 months imprisonment during emergency. That was the outcome of the president of DUSU. As a finance minister also he did many good things. GST reforms is one thing, insolvency, bankruptcy court, and so many good things which India required, he did. He could do it. अरुण जेटली जी में एक बहुत अच्छी बात थी कि चुनौतियों को चुनौती देने का साहस था उनमें. नहीं तो लोग डर जाते हैं. चुनौतियों को चुनौती देने का साहस था. उनका चले जाना, आकस्मिक चले जाना, ये भारत की एक क्षति हुई, भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की क्षति हुई, मंत्रिपरिषद की क्षति हुई, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की क्षति हुई और परिवार की भी क्षति हुई. और हम में से बहुत सारे लोग हैं, उनको भी लगता है कि उन्होंने अपना एक दोस्त खो दिया उस दिन. हम सबकी वो क्षति हुई. अब दूसरा अरुण जेटली थोड़ी आने वाला है. आज का दिन इसीलिए उनको याद करने का, उनसे कुछ सीखने का दिन है. So we have learned many lessons from his life and his actions for the welfare of others. His life, his actions were for larger good of the society and larger good of India. That's why, my dear students, those who are here, we have to understand that it is very easy to preach. When it comes to take action, it is not that easy. But as a finance minister also, he could do it. GST is only one of the examples. So I am thankful to SRCC for organizing this event, Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate, which will inspire, ignite, influence some of us to take certain actions at right time. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत आभार माननीय प्रोफेसर योगेश सिंह जी, आपके प्रोत्साहन और प्रेरक संबोधन के लिए. In memory of Padma Vibhushan late Shri Arun Jaitley, former Union Minister of Finance and Minister of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, the most eminent alumnus of Shri Ram College of Commerce and one of India's most respected lawmakers, Shri Ram College of Commerce has commenced Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. We request our esteemed Chief Guest, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, Honorable Vice President of India, to inaugurate and unveil the trophy for the Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar is the 14th Vice President of India. Born in 1951 in Kithana, a small village in Jhunjhunu district of Rajasthan, he completed his education from Sainik School, Chittorgarh. He graduated in BSc Honours Physics and pursued LLB from the University of Rajasthan. Shri Dhankhar enrolled with the Bar Council of Rajasthan as an advocate in 1979 and was the senior-most designated senior advocate of state till assuming the office of the governor on 30th July 2019. He was designated as senior advocate by the High Court of Judicature for Rajasthan in 1990. Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar had been primarily practicing in the Supreme Court and his focus area of litigation have been in the field of steel, coal, mining and international commercial arbitration amongst others. माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी हम सबके बीच मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में विराजमान हैं। मैं निवेदन करूंगी माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय से कि वे इस अवसर पर अपने संबोधन से हम सबका मार्गदर्शन करें। माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय।
आदरणीय संगीता जी, this is a moment of both pride and pain for me. Pride that I am associating myself with an occasion that has Arun Jaitley name. Pain, he went too early. We miss him. His impact was felt in every walk of life. His absence is being felt all the more. There are few people of his caliber if we go by historical perspective. As Chairman Rajya Sabha, I miss him every day. That's a great loss to the nation. Professor Yogesh Singh, Vice Chancellor Delhi University, a man of rich experience, sobriety and commitment. I am sure he will continue to do good work in the field of education. He has a long way ahead. Shri Sunil Kumar Gupta, Secretary Vice President, Shri Ajay Shri Ram, Chairman Governing Body, SRCC. The entire family has made contributions that make us proud. They have created institutions. They have created institutions with sublime commitment and with no commercial element being there. A sense of gratitude to him for serving the cause of education as also of culture and other areas. Professor Simrit Kaur, Principal, SRCC, honorable members of the faculty, alumni, dear students, and Shri Arun Jaitley and other family members. I came to know Shri Arun Jaitley ji 2 years after his marriage. So Sangeeta ji knew him more than I did. But our relationship was very different. He came to Rajasthan to defend Ramnath Goenka ji and editor of Indian Express, the two people. I was president of the bar. I was in the bar council. And at that time stigmatized as a lawyer of repute in criminal jurisprudence. I still remember vividly, we interacted in the corridor outside the courtroom. Then walked a gentleman, Vimal Chaudhary, who was president of Rajasthan University. He said, "How much do you know Arun Jaitley ji?" I said, "Go ahead. I was president of the bar." He narrated in rapid fire the fiery president of Dusu from 74 onwards, landed in jail for 19 months, went on to become the youngest member of the executive, the highest body of Janata Party. A milestone achievement which few can match. Then he started a different journey. Before I was elected to Parliament, I came to Delhi and went to your house, ma'am, in Narayana, and we spent a lot of time together. पूछा मेरे से, जगदीप चुनाव लड़ोगे? I said I am allergic to politics, which was a fact for a student like me who was throughout a gold medalist. He said, "This is not proper. Why did you become High Court Bar President?" So that was slightly a turning point in my mental thought process about politics. I was elected to Parliament, 89. We came closer. Shri Arun Jaitley became Additional Solicitor General, a very distinguished person. And he was one Additional Solicitor General, while I was a minister, who handled most admirably the Bofors case in the country and outside. Life is very complex, friends. I came to be allotted a house as a minister, and the opposite house was occupied for some time by your father. So I have no difficulty in telling Arunji where we will meet. We spent there lot of time. Then I know ma'am was kind enough to invite me and my wife, and that was the house allotted to Shri Arun Jaitley ji as Additional Solicitor General. We have a common friend, Pushp Saraf, a very dear friend of mine, a great admirer of Arun ji, and a born critic with objectivity being his hallmark. We continued our journey, but I did not leave Delhi, because those who come to Delhi once get settled here. So 89 onwards, notwithstanding the fact I was a member of the assembly for 5 years, I was here. But a remarkable journey of Arun Jaitley ji started with his getting into Rajya Sabha. And he was in Rajya Sabha right from the beginning of this millennium till he departed for his heavenly abode. If you look at Indian political spectrum, you will not find another Arun Jaitley. He has had number of ministerial assignments. Many have had it. Minister of Defence, Finance, Corporate Affairs, Law, Information and Broadcasting, any number of them. He never had trouble with the bureaucracy. He helped the bureaucracy unleash its total power so that public interest service can be fully exploited. And he succeeded in that remarkably. But friends, what you need to know about him is, and there is no parallel in Indian history to that accomplishment. For full 5 years, he was leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha. I interact with members who were with him then. His critics politically, he did not have a personal critic. One of his greatest failure was he could never make a single enemy. Never. The height of his virtuosity was he always respected the other point of view. I can certify it. I was governor state of West Bengal for 3 years. I had a tough chief minister to face. But she was all admiration for Arun Jaitley ji. All admiration. That is the kind of reputation he had earned. While leader of the opposition, he yielded space to the government. The government was always assured that with such a rational mind, your point of view will be appreciated. Something we miss today, 100%, to the detriment of our political governance. Then Arun Jaitley ji became leader of the House. It's a rare distinction. He became leader of the House. And his peers then in the House tell me nothing changed for him except his seat. One thing which changed slightly was his humility, which was all-time high earlier. He added to that. He was absolutely composed while reflecting on judiciary with utmost respect. But the discourse which he set afloat is memorable, is a guiding principle to us. Shri Jaitley ji happened to be the brightest star of the central hall of the political theatre of parliament, democracy. Shri Jaitley ji was known to achieve things without making noise. In the entire history of this country so far, ladies and gentlemen, and my young friends, we have had 2 glorious occasions for Central Hall. One, when India got independence, tryst with destiny. Second, when GST was rolled out. He was spinally the architect of GST. And I can tell you, those who know it, it was the toughest task. No one could ever believe this was attainable. He attained it and created a mechanism that decisions will be taken only with unanimity. And during his time, there was not a single dissent. The man Arun Jaitley created institutions and mentored many people who got highest positions both as law officers, as parliamentarians, as ministers, and I happen to be one of them. Before I took up the assignment on 20th July 2019, his health was failing. I made it a point to seek his blessings. He said, Jagdeep, कुछ समय इंतजार करो. It was difficult for me to accede to his request, but there was no option. I suddenly, it was around 11:30 while I was in Rajbhavan, Kolkata, a friend told me that our friend is critical. I took the first available flight along with my wife and landed in Delhi and went to AIIMS. Former Chief Justice of India, Mr. Thakur, was also there. That was a difficult moment for Sister Sangeeta and the family. I was holding a constitutional position, and that does make difference to the people around. So Mr. Thakur presumed that the family perhaps does not know me. So he said, Doliji, Jagdeep Dhankhar. In that difficult time, what she indicated in 4 minutes, I can never forget how our journey started. In this scenario, there can be no more befitting tribute by this college in particular that one of your alumni who stood out all throughout a debate competition has been named after him. I am indeed privileged and honored and will ever cherish this moment with pride and pain that I am associated with it. And I am sure those who participate in the debate have a lot to learn from Arunji. There was an occasion when Arunji was leader of the house, that is part of the ruling party. He was leader of the house and the finance minister. There came a moment when a member of parliament reflected that when I was a minister, my secretary, Arunji, got up. That when we serve the nation in various positions, so many people confide in us. We must never reveal it. We must take that input only to our maker. In the process, he exemplified the sublimity, the depth, the virtuosity of human nature. There never ever was any anger, anguish in his thought process. I had the occasion to tell him that though I was lucky to be designated senior within 11 years of my practice, and I have always had my way in provoking the other side, but you have made me fair. He would only say a smile. While I was not a member of parliament here, madam, and I used to come to Delhi very occasionally as a lawyer, he would say, let's have lunch. His favorite place was Oberoi. And we would have buffet because the court time doesn't allow you a different mechanism of feasting. He was associated with sports, cricket. I am so glad his son, both in the field of law and sports, is getting into his shoes. One thing which I missed, and unfortunately that could not fructify, that other than Sister Sangeeta ji, other members of the family could not come to know us personally. So while once he was arguing in a court of Justice Sistani, I think, I made it a point to sit next to him and to indicate that our proximity was much beyond what was known to him. It will ever be a matter of greatest accomplishment for me to be at the command of this family any time, in any position whatsoever. I am greatly and hugely indebted to Shri Arun Jaitley ji. I am betraying myself for the first time. I was never keen to be governor, but I was always very keen to be a member of Rajya Sabha. And ma'am, you realize the timing of it. I called Arun ji, I am very keen. उन्होंने कहा जगदीप बहुत देर करती है, इतनी देर से कहा है। मैंने कहा जब दिमाग में आया तब कह दिया। थोड़ा मन ये भी कहा कि जाट के दिमाग में देरी से आता है। Then there was a bereavement in the family. Parliamentary board had met. He could not be there in the parliamentary board. He had gone there. He called me at midnight. Destiny, you never know, shapes where we go. I couldn't be part of the decision-making body because of this incident. So cruel hand of destiny has snatched one of the brightest sons of Bharat at that young age when the best for him was yet to come. And it is that destiny which has brought me in the position of Chairman Rajya Sabha while I thought of being a member. I would therefore urge the family in particular and make impassioned appeal. Ma'am, he would always live with us. He will always be in our thoughts. He has created that kind of a goodwill which can never perish. Those who are in command today know his worth. Some of the challenges the country is facing today would have been closer to resolution with this great son of soil being around. So ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion I would not like to say more, except that while Arunji excelled in every walk of life, his forte was debate. And in the debate, he had always shown restraint, patience. He never believed in aggression. He believed in persuasion. He always believed that you understand the other point of view, give due weightage to the other point of view, and then deal with the other point of view. I am sure this great institution is starting this at a time when Delhi University is celebrating its centenary. This is the inaugural debate. I am sure everyone will carry such kind of image about it that over the years this debating competition does full justice to the reputation, to the stature, and to the beliefs of late Shri Arun Jaitley. I am thankful to the organizers, to Sangeeta ji, to have thought of me at this occasion. I would not mince words. It's a matter both of pride and pain for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. As we move towards our next segment, the wait is finally over for our ever enthusiastic participants. It's time for the results. We request our esteemed chief guest, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, Honorable Vice President of India, to present the awards to the winners. The award for the second best interjector goes to Harshit Bhatia from Delhi School of Journalism. Let's have a huge round of applause for Harshit Bhatia. Harshit Bhatia from Delhi School of Journalism, second best interjector. सभी से गुजारिश है तालियों का दौर बना रहे. The award for Best Interjector goes to Ayush Barmola from Delhi College of Arts and Commerce. A huge round of applause for Ayush Barmola from Delhi College of Arts and Commerce, Best Interjector. The runners-up are Advay Kulati and Abhiraj Singh from Shri Ram College of Commerce. Advay Kulati and Abhiraj Singh from Shri Ram College of Commerce as runners-up. A huge round of applause to them, please. And last but not the least, the winners for the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate are Robin Ahuja and Lavanya Puri from Deen Dayal Upadhyay College. A huge round of applause for the winners, Robin Ahuja and Lavanya Puri from Deen Dayal Upadhyay College. Let's also have a huge round of applause for our participants for making the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate a huge success. Along with the awards, I ask the audience to please congratulate them and give a huge round of applause. The winners have been awarded a prize money of 1.5 lakh rupees. Robert Ahuja and Lavanya Puri are winners for the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. May I now request Chairman Sir to present a stole and a memento to our esteemed Chief Guest, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar, Honorable Vice President of India. विनम्र गुजारिश है तालियां बजती रहें। I request Principal Ma'am to present the stole and a memento to our Honorable Guest of Honor, Professor Yogesh Singh. Can we have a huge round of applause? Chairman Sir is requested to present the stole and a memento to Srimati Sangeeta Jaitley. I request Principal Ma'am to present a memento to Shri Sunil Kumar Gupta, Secretary to the Honorable Vice President of India. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. A huge round of applause for our esteemed dignitaries for taking out time from their busy schedules to the expectation of the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem. I request the audience to kindly remain seated. We thank our esteemed guests for taking out their valuable time from their busy schedules and joining us today for the first Arun Jaitley Memorial Debate. The audience is requested to kindly remain seated to facilitate the smooth exit of our honorable dignitaries.